Good evening, folks. How you doing? It's Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here. How you doing, you lovely lot? It's another week. It's another TNGC, Tuesday Night Gaming Chat, where we talk about the latest gaming news and reviews. We've had a flurry of subs already come in. I'm going to say straight away, Gilfly, thank you so much for your tier 1 sub. That's now 30 months. Good evening, Gilfly. Thank you for that exclamation sub hype in chat. And swiftly followed from the lovely Amanda, thank you for a tier 3 sub, which is 11 months, which is insane. Thank you so much for a tier 3 sub for 11 months on the trot, which is fantastic because that's like 25 quid, which is amazing. So thank you. Lots of love to you. And we've nearly got a hype train, folks. We are one away from a hype train. It feels like history repeating itself because this is how yesterday's stream started. Big shout out to iQuail, who won the competition for Grandma No last night as well. He got his prize sent to him today. We have got more prizes for you tomorrow, and we'll talk about that more in a little bit. But let's see who's in chat. Let's say hello to everybody. Let's see if we can get a hype train started, you lucky lot. Give it 5 minutes after the hype train ends. Okay. Kindred was the first one here. Danka, thank you for the 10 bits. Greatly appreciated. Kindred, good evening. How are you? Ben, ahoy. Great to see you. Oh, wonderful. How are you doing? Hi, everyone. Good evening. How are you? From Gamer Older Podcast. Hope you're well. Hope all the team are well. Say hello to all of them for me. Hope you're doing well. Ben says, vote Buckets Dave for Community Member of the Month. Is that deliberate so that he won't win it? Because we're not doing it this month. For those who missed the announcement, we're not doing a Community Member of the Month because I'm disappearing in 2 weeks to do some shows in South America. So there'll be Community Member of the Month at the end of July, which will then also cover 3 weeks of August, because obviously there's going to be no streams during the week of Timeless. So it all balances out. So there you go. Jenny, hello. Good evening. Yoo-hoo. How you doing? iQuail, good evening. Manik says, hey, yeah. How you doing? Don't mind me slowly turning into a puddle on the floor. Jenny, thank you for the 100 bits. That has started that hype train. Thank you so much. That's a good start to the show. Thank you for the 100 Corgo bits. There you go. Thank you so much. Hype train started. And we're all aboard the Mag Express for emotes. Indeed, all aboard the Mag Express, and we're already at level 2. We are already 17% away from getting a level 3. Let's see if you can get to a level 3. But all of you wonderful people are guaranteed new emotes when that runs out in the next 5 minutes or so. Flame, good evening. Ben says, how many scores can I get wrong by 0.5 tonight? Answers on a postcard. We might do that as a prediction on the channel in a bit. We can do a prediction on the top of the chat, which would be quite funny. Gozzo's back from the holidays. He says, evening, I'm back from holidays and just on a big update to Windows 11. I am still holding out. I'm going to run out of time, but I'm holding out because it's going to fuck all my software and I need to spend the day then resorting it out because Windows 11 is not very friendly towards Streamlabs. So I'm holding out for a day. Heather, thank you so much for the 1 bit. Greatly appreciate it. Who else we got here? Who else we got there? Who have I missed? Sophie, good evening. How are you, lovely? Thank you so much for here. Thank you for doing all the shout outs. Greatly appreciate that. I'm not saying that word, Ben. It's not happening. Mag is vanishing. I am vanishing. I don't know where I am for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. But we might, it's not confirmed. We are looking into this. We might still be doing TNGC while I'm away for those 2 weeks. So we might actually do our first. We've done ones from Ireland, Wales, various places, Reading, London, all over, Nottingham, Scotland. We might be doing our first one from South America. But I can't confirm that yet because I need to see what the itinerary is for the events and stuff. So we're going to try our best. I definitely said Ecuador, yes, not the equator. The equator is somewhere else. He still owes all buckets from when he bribed us last year. That's true. He does. Dave's not here yet, though, is he? Hope you have a good holiday. I'm not going on holiday, mate. I'm working. It's not a holiday. Everyone goes, I hope you have a good time on holiday. I'm like, I'm not on holiday. Just so you know, it's work. Do you need to step in host for TNGC? If the itinerary means that I'm not going to be around to present it. We are already putting plans in for it to be the first Tuesday night gaming chat where I am not the host ever in what might be 200 plus shows. But we are looking to see, but we've got to wait until we see what's happening with where I am. Because I might not even be in Ecuador. I might be somewhere else. I hope you have a good time on holiday. Again, not a fucking holiday. Hope your luggage ends up in the same airport as you. So it did for me. It just didn't for two of the other people. What is the time difference? Anything between 8 to 12 hours behind. So it could be that it could be 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So it depends where I'm going to be. Could be early in that. It could be in the morning. So I've got to wait until I get the itinerary. But there you go. That hype train's got 1 minute and a half. Bit of a commute, that. It is. But we'll still try and do the show. Bit of a commute. Only a 12-hour flight, I believe. But yeah, depending on which part I'm going to be at, it's either going to be 8 hours or 12 hours. So I've got to work that out as well. I'm going to message you so much so you get loads of notifications really early in the morning. You're welcome. Love you. Yeah, but that's if you figure out what time it is. I might get them in the middle of the day. Be funny. Also, my phone might be off. Celtic, good evening. Hello, you wonderful beings. How are you? Great to see you. So I am going to wait for the hype train to stop unless anyone moves that hype train along. There's literally 40 seconds, folks. And then I'm going to bring Dave in, and then we've got to talk about some stuff. While I'm waiting for that, don't turn your phone off on me. I can't help it. If I ain't got any, I won't be able to get phone signal out there unless I'm anywhere with internet. Ash, hello. How you doing? Not long till Knots VG. 3 weeks away. Yeah, 3 weeks on Saturday, I think. Exclamation Knots VG. Knots in chat, sorry. Exclamation Knots in chat. You can get a 20% discount on that. And I believe in 3, 2, 1, boom. Hype train is closed. So those emotes are going out now. Thank you so much to the following people. Tar Pit Trap. Also, it's Stu. Thank you for the follow. Jenny, Danka, The Gamer, and Gilfly. You are all getting some really cool emotes. I'm actually going to put that there. In fact, is it showing me what I've got? No, it's not. So screw it. But there you go. Hype chests are on the way, so you can use them. So thank you so much to everyone. Don't forget that this show is sponsored by DC Dark Legions as well. This is the mobile game that you can play as a ton of DC characters trying to save Gotham City. Gotham City? That's a new place. Gotham City from all the stuff. You got a frog. I don't know what I got because I get them as well, but I don't know what I got. It didn't appear. Go download the game. You've got until Thursday, 5 p.m. to complete the challenge. Jesse was the first one to get 5 Mythic Legends, which means there'll be a gifted sub going to some random person on Monday. Tom Thumb, good evening as well. Hello, how are you? But no one has got to level 16 on the game. So we want to see who the first person is that got level 16. We've got a couple of people at level 13. But every time you crack one of the challenges there, it helps support the stream, helps funds this channel, helps basically make a living for this. So go download the game. You've got until 5 p.m. on Thursday. And thank you to DC Dark Legion for supporting the stream. And there's a little gift code there as well, so you can get a load of free loot there. Ash, Stu, and Tom from the pod are all here. Thank you so much. It's so cool that you're all here. Great to see you again, Tom. Stu, really appreciate the follow for that. I did record a video on my review of Windows 11. It's working fine, just a monthly review. That's cool. It does fuck up Streamlabs, so when I do the shift to it, I'm going to have to very carefully sort that out. Anyway, enough of that, and thank you so much to everyone for that wonderful hype train. It's a good way to start the show. Please welcome the co-host that knows the most, the man that I went drinking with, but he wasn't drinking because he was a designated driver. He's the one, he's the only, he's the very sensible but knowledgeable Mr. David Jones.
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. How's everyone in chat? Hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, looks like it. You got the Yay Dave already. Cool. There you go. I'm even going to pop the let's pop the chat up now, so it's going to appear there, so people are going to see it. So we're going to have that on the screen. So obviously, I saw you on Saturday. We were all the way over in Cannock Chase Forest. Watching someone called Jamie something, who I can't remember.
Jamie Webster, I think.
Webster. You got a better memory than that. Jamie Webster, followed by Razorlight, followed by James. All in aid of our mate's stag do, because he gets married at the end of July. In fact, he gets married the same days as Knots VGE, which is ironic. So I'm not only missing a wedding, I'm missing Knots VGE as well. So there you go. Oof. DD, sorry to hear that. Yeah. There you go. HC did it. What was it? Sweet. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sophie's message to you. Hey, sweet cheeks.
Hey, Sophie.
There you go. Iquile says Des. I think he's meant to say Dave, but he's gone Des. Des is not sure at all. Yes, sit down next to me, James. Yes, it was. Scouse musician Jamie Webster. Yes, he was very good. I actually thought he was better than Razorlight, but there you go. All those names sound like about to be a new Avengers movie. It could be. It could be the new Defenders. There you go. Anyway, but yeah, we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a nice day out.
Yeah,
out in the sun. I mean, I wasn't drinking, but everyone else was.
Yeah, it was all good. I was partially sensible. I drank a fair amount, but also was drinking soft drinks as well at the same time. I even went and got my well-lauded cup of tea at 9:30 at night.
Bless you.
It was all good. So as you do while you're watching a band from the 80s and 90s. Dave was wearing a baseball cap. I forgot to put that photo in the Discord of us too. But Dave was down. Actually, ex-producer Amy, because she was like, "What are you up to on Saturday?" Sent her a message, and she went, "That is the first time I've seen Dave crack a smile, because you were smiling in the photo." He does smile. I mean, he's smiling now, but
it's been known to happen. Just a rare sight, obviously.
Yeah. Jenny says tea and coffee at the gigs is the shit. Yeah. Cup of tea, you absolutely alk it. Well, we did go to another pub first while I was drinking lager. I can't remember what lager it was, but it was a decent lager. And then I was on the blackcurrant Carling cider, because Carling to me is like piss water of the lager. It's awful. It's like Budweiser. It's shit. But they had that on tap at the festival, and it was really good. And I had about 4 or 5 pints of that and knocked that back. So, so I had a fair share of drinks, but interspersed with cans of water and cans of Coke. And
you kept yourself hydrated.
Yeah, I kept myself hydrated. I weren't sure. Unlike a few other people who were very worse for wear the next day. And some were so worse for wear, I think they got off the wrong stop at the bus, which was quite funny. But we won't go into that. Cans of water is a new one. Yeah, they weren't selling bottles of water. It was cans of water, wasn't it, Dave?
It was.
Yeah. I've been to a couple of gaming events where they've been selling cans of water, not bottles. Carling is like eating an ashtray. It's nasty stuff. I believe it's the scum of the lager worlds. Didn't think someone your size could fit 5 pints in. Well, it was 5 pints of the cider. There was also the lager that I drank at the pub before. So we started drinking 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we got out of there 10:30. We got out of there, but we didn't get back home until about 1:30. Because
the bus took a scenic route.
The bus took a very scenic route.
The driver didn't have his Google Maps on.
No, clearly.
Lost.
They'd sent the buses from Leicester because they couldn't get any local buses, and it felt like the guy was actually driving back to Leicester instead of 15 minutes down the road, because it took an hour to... and that's not because we were stuck in traffic, because there was no traffic. He just didn't know where the fuck he was going. I was trying to find me... since I was your stripper for the night. Oh, yeah, Sophie was supposed to be the stripper, but she must have got lost in the thousands of crowd. I'm guessing she just ended up stripping for some other lucky person, and we missed out on it. Yeah.
Maybe next time.
No, next time. Cartons of water I've seen recently. I've seen cartons of water. That's why the bus got lost. We were on the wrong bus. We should have got on the stripper bus.
For that one. That would have been a fun bus to get on.
It would have been dancing around the poles on the bus. Unlike our mate who nearly fell down the stairs. Well, he did fall down the stairs, but he was actually the sober one. That was quite funny. But there you go. Anyway, the reason we are wittering on is, and I'm going to say this now, Vomit Bus. The Vomit Bus is coming, and everyone's puking. So we would normally have a guest tonight, and obviously it does say that we have guest Sammy Jinx on. Literally spoke to Sammy yesterday and today. We sent the scripts and everything to her 5 o'clock, all was fine. And 10 minutes later, she called up to say that she just got home from work and her beloved cat, Odin, was really, really ill. Now, anyone who's seen Sammy on the stream before will know that Odin appears and basically causes chaos and knocks her mic over and everything. And that cat has been with her for many, many, many years. So she's rushed Odin to the vets and sent me a message saying, I'm really sorry, Mag. I don't want anything to happen to Odin. He means the world to me. I'm going to have to cancel. So unfortunately, Sammy's not with us tonight. We wish Odin all the best. We hope that Odin gets well soon and it's nothing too serious. We wish Sammy all the best as well. And we will get Sammy back on a future show, hopefully before Timeless, because she was going to unveil a load of stuff about how the cosplay competition was going to work and all the other stuff and who her judges were. And we're not going to announce that now. We're just going to sit on that because we want Sammy to announce that because she has been our cosplay host for, well, ever since we've been doing Timeless. So fingers crossed for Odin. I will let her know. She's probably not watching the show tonight, but I will let her know of all the messages of love and stuff to her and for Odin. But yeah, we don't want anything to happen because Odin's like a sidekick, you know. It's like her other half, basically. So we don't want anything to happen. Send our love and hugs. Exactly, Jenny. So there we go. So unfortunately, you just have me and Dave this evening. Dave did think about quitting the show 5 minutes before we started, just so you got in. But we're going to do the show anyway, folks. So I'm not even going to ask the question, are we ready to start the show? Because we are going to start the show because this is our 223rd show unfortunately, without Sammy. We are going to be talking about Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We've also got System Shock 2, the anniversary edition, plus 5 other games tonight. And we've got a couple of news stories. We are going to be talking about the fact that an former employee of Xbox has basically said that Xbox hardware is dead. And our reasons for saying that. And the rumours of a Assassin's Creed remaster/remake in the works. So we're going to be talking about that and more. We will keep you updated about Odin and everything. As soon as I hear from Sammy, I will let you all know. I'll post it in the Discord. So there you go. Tom is 20 hours into Death Stranding 2, and he's saying it's a game of the year for him. So if anyone remembers Sal as well, who was on our talk show last year, he's the guy that does all the unboxing, the photography. He was invited to the special event with Kojima last night in London. So we got to meet Kojima and all the stars from the show, from the game, and all the people that worked on it. And he was just like, that was his dream come true. So Sal was at that event last night. And I had a phone call with Sal last week, at a video call, and he had early access to the game. And he was like, this is my game of the year. So this is really cool. That event looked really good. I've been watching videos on it. Yeah. So Sal was very luckily invited. He gets invited to a lot of PlayStation stuff because he does a lot of work for PlayStation. So he felt very honoured to be there. Bless him. He's the most humble guy on the planet. You should hopefully see him there at Timeless as well, which I can't really talk about why he's going to be there, but I will once we've announced it. But he's going to be there under another role. So it's going to be really cool that he's going to be back at the event. So anyway, let's crack on with our first game of the night. This came out last Tuesday on PC. And this one is a bit retro. This one is called Shuffle Tactics. Let's have a look at this.
A mysterious artifact. Who will stop the glimmer? The hero prevails. Blood must be offered.
There you go. And if you fancy the look of that, as Danka has just said, there is a demo out now on Steam for this. So, Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, this is yet another roguelike deck building RPG. Yet another genre that's getting somewhat oversaturated with games. But this one sounds like it's could be quite good. It sounds like it's got a decent amount of depth to it from what I was reading. Sort of general gist story of this one is that your character's trying to defend the kingdom of Asteria from this glimmer curse that's encroaching upon the lands. You've got to find a way to fight it and stop it. Looks like you can bring in a few sidekicks to help you in your tactical fights on the way. So it looks like it's a sort of turn-based, grid-based combat you've got in there. Since it's a roguelike, you are obviously going to fail a number of times, but you're going to be getting stuff to help you progress. Things that you can take into your next run to improve your character and your sidekick and your abilities and stuff like that. So I think it's got a fair amount of depth to it in what you can do to the characters. Graphic wise, looks okay. I quite like pixel art stuff, but it's not the best pixel art graphics I've ever seen.
No, we've seen some
kind of serviceable. So I can't say it's something I'd rush out and play.
Yeah.
Not my type of game, but for anyone else who's looking for yet another roguelike deck builder, there you go.
I know. Everyone was like, yet another. I was like, yeah, I know. It seems to be can't go away with.
We pretty much say that about most genres, though, don't we? They're all full. They're all oversaturated. Yet another one of this.
Yeah. Another open world game, another first person shooter, another roguelike, another thing, another sports game. We're never satisfied. One day we'll get something that's completely new and everyone will go, that's shit.
I don't like it. It's not like nothing I've played. It's terrible.
It's like even when we got Inzoi, it's like people are like, it's like The Sims, isn't it? It's like, Jesus, you can't win. It's like, can't win. But there you go.
We love to complain.
No, we do. We're English. Yes. It's what we do. It's what we do best.
It's not the weather, it's games we're moaning about.
I know. It should be something. There'll be something anyway. So, folks, obviously, if you've not seen the show before, you might wonder why people are putting scores in the chat. So, normally we don't review the games, but we scour the internet and get all the reviews, collate them, and basically turn it into an average score. You may not agree with it. You may not. Depends. But if you guess what the reviewers said and you guess it correctly, and you can have halves and whole numbers as people are putting in the chat right now, you can basically get a shout out for your channel. Now, obviously we have no guests, so it's going to be a bit shorter doing this, but we have already got some scores in. So I'm going to leave Dave right till the end. But let's go through. So Ben says a 6.5 for this one. Manic saying 7, sending your opponents to the Shadow Realm out of 10. Ash says 3 out of 10, not for me. Everson 6 out of 10. Danka says 7. Gozzo says 6.5. Tom says 1 out of 10. Really not liking that one. Iquel says 7. Flame says 6.5. Jenny says 7.5. Poor Dave, leaving him waiting, says Sophie. Well,
It's all right. I'm patient.
He's patient. He's patient enough, Kindred says 7. He didn't see the trailer. He didn't see it. Never mind. Get your guesses in now, folks. This is Shuffle Tactics, which came out last Tuesday on PC. There is a demo available if you want to try before you buy. Dave, what say you?
I'll try a 7.
Okay, going for a 7. Right, folks. I was very tempted to put a prediction up, to set up a prediction to see how many that Ben is 0.5 away from. But if there are no more answers, I can tell you that it's probably a good thing that I didn't put that prediction up, because believe it or not, straight off the bat,
fair play.
So congratulations, Ben. You got the first one right, mate. Well done. Flame, well done. Gozzo, well done. Some of you were very close with your 7s and your 6s. But Ben, yes. He's like, holy shit. Yes, this is not a joke. You got it exactly right. The average score is a 6.5. So it's a perfectly okay game to try out. Right, I'm not playing anymore, says Ben. He's leaving it on a winning streak. That's fine.
That's it. Quit while you're ahead.
Quit while you're ahead. Exactly. Quit while you're ahead. Do it, dude. Do it. Manic says, 0 point difference, my word. I know. So it's funny. Some people that would normally get it right were 0.5 off and he got it right. So there you go. All the shout outs are happening. Thank you so much, Sophie. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. It's £12.79 as well. So it's not too bad. So I'd say try the demo. If you like it, It's under 13 quid. Give it a whirl because it's not an amazing game, but it's certainly not a bad game. So go and have a look at it. But yeah, 6.5. Well done, you three. Go give those people a follow right now. Would be greatly appreciated. Let's swiftly move on. Holy dreadful dreadful shirts, Ben. Yes, because Ben is going to wear some dreadful shirts at Timeless Gaming Convention. It's pretty damn special. Let's move on to our next game. Something a little bit more chilled on this one. This came out last Thursday, as which most of the games that we're talking about came out. This is on PC and Switch, and this is Locomoto. Let's have a look at this. So there you go. That is Locomoto, which came out on PC and Switch last Thursday. Danka said he saw Ed Trotz / Odd Trotz / John Trotz play this, whatever his name is right now. Played this a couple of weeks ago. I'm guessing he was either playing a demo or an early access version for that. Sophie said we should have gone from the hype train and started with this. That would have been good. That would have been good. But, you know, we'd probably need a level 7 hype train to keep that going for the show. But it's Jenny says it's cute, but I hate it. Oh, damn. Where Sophie's like, this is defo my style of game. So this has got a couple of people divided. Animal Crossing on a train. It very much looks that way, doesn't it, Dave?
It does. It's yet another cozy life sim. So yeah. It's very much in the vein of something like Animal Crossing. So in this one, you're a train conductor. You got a little train that you run, and you've got to just slowly get the resources and do crafting to improve it. Make the decorations inside it nicer for the people riding the train, get more carriages and stuff like that. But as you're going through like all these different like villages on the train, you can go and talk to all the villagers and help them with little quests to help. So I think try and improve each village. So they've all got like sort of environmental issues in the village, and you can help improve all that. So it looks like quite a chill little game. I think it's got a nice little sort of lo-fi sort of soundtrack to it that you can just sort of chill out with as you're playing it. Yeah, for people who like Animal Crossing, that style of games, it should be pretty good. But I'm with Jenny. For me, it needs more guns and violence.
Yeah, she also
not enough for me.
Needs beers as well, apparently. Beers and guns. Beers. I don't know. I don't think this is something I would rush to try, but I quite like the vibe of this, so I would actually give it a try. Like if there's a demo or something, it looks quite good. I'll be honest. This one, everyone needs beers, says Ben. I mean that's true.
Definitely.
So let's have a look. Some people have started to put scores in. Ben said he wasn't going to do any more, but then he started with a 7. Ash also saying a 7. Ever saying a 7.5. Also, can I just say, I watched the one of the things from the Game at Older podcast where you talked about overrated games, and I can't remember which one on the team who said it was, but they said GTA 5 was one of the most overrated games. I agree. Totally agree with that. Just as I agree with What Culture, where they were basically saying that, how bad, well, not bad, but how disappointing Doom the Dark Ages was. So been quite a lot of podcasts I've watched recently were like, thank God it's not just me. They agree with our opinions. So there you go. It does have a demo. Thank you, Drawn. Good evening. It needs piss, water, and guns, apparently, Heather says. But yeah, Heather says 7.5. Dank says a 7 for this one. Gozzo saying a 7. 7 seems to be the popular one. Manic saying a 7 as well. Flame says an 8. Otherwise, no, because cute, wholesome sim games stress you out. Really? Blimey.
That's a shame.
So many people hate me now when the score's either 7.5 or 6.5. True, Ben, you might have started a thing. Jenny says, I have friends that would love this, so I'm sure it will score okay. Oh, yeah, Leon said that. Yeah. I couldn't remember who said it, but I remember seeing it. I was like, it just made me smile that he said it. I was like, thank God for that. Because I thought GTA 5 was perfectly boring, bland shit. So there you go. What about GTA 5 remaster, remake 4K? Well, that makes a massive difference. It was obviously a far superior game when they brought out the 72nd version of GTA 5.
I'm looking forward to the 73rd and the PS6.
It's going to be great, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Kindred 7. I said if it has a demo. Oh, I thought you said it has a demo. Sorry. There's too many options and no structure and things to do. This is drawn. Stressing him out already. Jenny says 7. iQuail 7. Tom says 8. Chat, if you haven't got your scores in, get them in now. Dave, what do you reckon?
7.5.
Going for a 7.5. Okay. Folks, it's your last chance. This is Locomoto, which came out last Thursday on PC and Nintendo Switch. Everyone stop putting 7s. It's going to be a 6.5 or a 7.5. Ben's cursed. That's just why I can't Animal Crossing. Yeah, I can't do Animal Crossing. That's fine. Not everyone's cup of tea. But if you do Animal Crossing, I can tell you that there's going to be a shitload of shout-outs because this got a 7 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
So there were some that were 0.5 out, but iQuail got it right. Jenny got it right. Kindred got it right. The mods are going to be cursing. Manic got it right. Gozzo got it right. Danka got it right. And of course, our new illustrious leader, Ben, who's now 2 for 2, got it right. Ben's going to have a heart attack because he's like, how the fuck have I got 2 right?
Have we slipped into alternate reality, do you think, or are you just going to get them all correct?
I know. Who else got it right? Did Ash get it right? Ash got it right? I missed Ash. Where's Ash? Yes, Ash got it right as well. Sorry, I missed you off, Ash. My apologies. Scrolling through, couldn't see the things. But there you go. Well done, Ben. I blame the rum. Here you go. He says, fuck it, I'm dead. I blame the rum. I mean, if you drink before the show, this is what be helping boosting your scores. Benny's cheating. Benny's not cheating. Benny's not cheating. How can you cheat? How can you cheat? It's average scores. You may look at one website and you get that. You might look at websites, it's a different score. You may look at Metacritic, and sometimes our scores are the same as Metacritic, but sometimes they're not because it's not always based around Metacritic. So, wow, that's harsh. But, your opinion. How can you cheat? Yeah. Ask Buckets Dave, exactly. There you go. Congratulations to everyone who got it right. So let's talk some gaming news. And over the weekend, there was a statement put out by Laura Fryer. If you don't know who Laura Fryer was, she is a former employee of Xbox. She was responsible for helping the launch of the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360. So basically the Xbox that basically sold the best, right? Because it's kind of been on a downward spiral since that. Xbox One didn't sell as well. Xbox Series and XS have not sold as well. So, it's not been so good. And she has basically said that she feels that Microsoft been subbed to her on YouTube. There you go. You subscribe, you watch her on YouTube. She gave an opinion over the weekend and basically said that she feels that Xbox hardware is now dead because Microsoft don't have a proper plan for what they're doing. Now, there's rumors that there's going to be a new Xbox console sometime in the next 3 years. They then basically said, oh, we're not going to do an Xbox console. In fact, we're not going to do anything. We're all going to do cloud. Then they went back on that. Then they said, we're not doing a handheld, to which then 2 weeks later, they then brought out this collaboration with the Rogue Ally and the Rogue Ally X, which are coming out, which are basically the handheld versions of a Steam Deck, but basically do everything Xbox, which I have to say look pretty cool. I have no use for one. I would not get one because I'm not that. If I didn't have an Xbox, maybe I would get it. Be cool handheld, but now with having a Switch 2, what's the fucking point? So I get it. It's there. Now, she says they really need to up their game because next year is significant because it is going to be the 25th anniversary of Xbox next year. So She says one of two things is going to happen. Either they are absolutely going to shit the bed and basically carry on the way they're going, and they're either going to bring out another console and it will not do as well and it will sell less than the Switch 2 and, you know, whatever the next PlayStation is, or they've got something very special lined up for the 20th anniversary. She did say she's hoping it is the latter, but she does feel that Xbox is not doing very well, and they're basically that their hardware is like the least popular hardware and not doing as well. I mean, I tend to agree. I do love my Xbox. I do play more games on my Xbox than my PS5, but the sales figure says it all. When the Switch was outselling, you know, a 2017 console, still this year is outselling Xbox Series X and S. That does say it all, really, doesn't it? You know, they do seem to be pumping all their efforts into Game Pass, but still, there is that whole thing. It was brought up about the fact that saying the Outer Worlds free on Game Pass day one, or you pay about 80 quid for it, or $80 for it, or 70 quid, or whatever it was, which is kind of a smart move because you go, oh, I've got Game Pass and I don't have to pay for it. But she's still saying, where are the really big games? And obviously, we did have the Xbox Showcase, which I thought was really good. But they are still lacking some big name games, aren't they, really?
Yeah, I mean, when they had that showcase the other week, you know, at the end of that, they were talking about, you know, the old franchises, weren't they? You know, Gears,
yeah,
New Forza, the sort of kind of words that make it like, you know, a Halo announcement's coming. With the way they worded it, they didn't actually say Halo, but the way they worded it made everyone think it's going to be a Halo announcement. So, you know, they are, and I think it's not just like Microsoft. There's a lot of reliance on old franchises, you know, that people know, you know, with the nostalgia to sort of try and keep things going, but. You do need to do new things to start making new franchises to also keep people interested. But, you know, I think one of the problems they've got is even if they do come out with a new console that's really good, because I remember I think it was Phil Spencer say that the next console is going to be like the biggest generational leap ever. What that will turn out to be, we'll wait and see. But even if it turns out to be, you know, something quite amazing, something really, really powerful, they still haven't really got anything apart from Game Pass to sort of sell it, have they? Because all their exclusives come to PC and now PlayStation. We might probably see some of their stuff come onto, you know, Switch 2 where appropriate as well. I would have thought
that's probably likely to happen.
Me. So if you can get all the games anywhere else, why would you bother buying the console? You might as well just, you know, stick with the PC, got it on there, or if you already, you know, go for PlayStation, regardless, well, you can get it on there. There's no point, you know, with the Xbox. I mean, my Xbox is kind of gathering dust, actually. I haven't really plugged it in much in the last, you know, 6 months. I'm actually just playing on other machines because there's not really much on the Xbox that's, you know, pulling me to it. I know it's got Game Pass, but I tend to find that I haven't got that much time for gaming, so it's not worth me paying X amount a month for all these games to come on because I haven't got the time for all the games. So I just pick the odd one up, you know, every now and again when they go a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do because they have said they're going to do, you know, hardware for the next gen. But will that then be their last one before they
possibly
go the way of Sega and just become a publisher? Because I can see it going that way. You know, they're clearly making more money publishing the games on the platforms. Why waste the money on hardware when you know, you're in last place, just not making any of the sales at all?
I think this is the problem. So some people are saying, well, it's about, Stu was saying it's not really about exclusives anymore. It's about playing anything, anywhere. But then if that's Xbox model, it's not a great one because they're checking all their games onto PS5. We already know that games are going to Switch. This was part of the deal. So we are going to see Microsoft games on Switch too. So that doesn't help them. PlayStation is still churning out some exclusives, yet we've had lesser exclusives this year. We know this year's a bit of a fallow year for exclusives, but the last couple of years is good, and what's coming up looks pretty good. But and I know Heather was saying, oh yeah, but look, we've got Fable coming out and stuff. But again, no fucking date on that because that got delayed. State of Decay 3, no sign of that yet. What else was there? There's a couple of ones. The new Gears of War, E-Day, and all that. A new Halo. But you kind of go, but it's the same shit they're churning out over and over again. So there isn't really anything new. At least with the PlayStation exclusives, there's something very different about them. You know, the Spider-Man games, you know, there's that new Naughty Dog game that's coming out. The Last of Us, you've had, again, Uncharted, you've had flipping out God of War. There's all this sort of stuff that you're never going to see on an Xbox. Yeah, Concord. That's a good one. Oh, and like we spoke about last week, Marathon. Can't wait for that one as well. That'll be absolute bullshit. But then, you know, if you look at what they're doing, PlayStation compared to Microsoft, their games do stand out far better in respects. And Nintendo's games stand out far better. You know, we've just literally had the new Mario Kart. This Donkey Kong game that comes out in the next couple of weeks looks phenomenal. Xbox games are just kind of like, all right, they're good when they come out, but it's like, you know. So it's there. No worries, Soph. Take care. Good night. Your allergies are playing up. Sleep well, lovely. We'll see you soon. Sorry, we got on the wrong bus for your stripping performance. Had we seen it, we would have paid top dollar. But, you know, unfortunately, we kept our money in our pockets. Xbox do need a few more first probs, but though I agree. I know. They announced stuff way too early. Been waiting since 2018-29 for Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, kills any hype. I agree. So there's that. I'm going to jump back up to some other comments that we got. I want to go through some stuff. John Unicycle, Xbox said they weren't going to stop making hardware, but now with Xbox and PC unifying, now Windows Store is getting Steam integration. I don't know, the writing seems like it's on the wall. There's nothing special about the Xbox compared to the other two. And Microsoft seems allergic to actually making anything Xbox specific. And also, it's more profitable to do that. Hardware sells at a loss. And if you get royalties on PC sales, why make hardware? So there you go. What else did people say that I've missed out that I haven't shown? Yeah, there you go. They've been releasing some good games. Not seen any solid smash hits for years. True. Not going to lie. Yeah. Ben said they could have put Bullion on, but they make difficult. Yeah, that's the other thing. People say how difficult it is to get your game onto Xbox compared to PlayStation.
Yeah, that's
PC,
true. We've
Switch.
heard from a few other developers, issues that they've had to raise on social media and get other people to make a noise for Microsoft.
And this is why a lot of the time where we're on this show, you either get one where it's specific to that platform, or we just add that one that's for PC and Switch. Or a lot of the time we go, oh, this is out on PS4, PS5, Switch, PC. There's no mention of Xbox. That happens a lot on this show. There are games that come out for all of them. It's true. But they seem to be the lesser thing. Apparently, it's all part of a master plan, says Stu.
Yeah, I think they just want to grow their Game Pass subscriptions, don't they? Yeah. They say you can play on anything, your phone, any of the devices you got. They kind of just looks like they want to go that way. I think they may still bring out hardware, as like the Game Pass box, if you like, is their thing that can play all the Game Pass stuff on there. But yeah, I reckon the next one is going to be more PC like than the other one.
Yeah,
probably running Windows 11 or whatever it is in some form, but cut down so it's just running like game specific stuff, kind of like what it sounds like they're doing for that Xbox ROG Ally. It sounds like they're tuning Windows 11 on that to cut out all the crap that you don't need. Make it boot straight into the Xbox app. But it is, as some people have mentioned in the chat, bringing like Steam and GOG and other store integration. So all the games will appear in that bit. So it'll be a box like a PC. We'll just have access to all the stores on it, not just the Microsoft store by the sound of the Rumours.
Ash says if everything is an Xbox, which is their current campaign, nothing is an Xbox, killing their identity. I agree. Kindred says I mostly wait for games on Game Pass now, as nothing's made me go out and want to pay full price on Xbox or PS5 in ages. I kind of agree with that as well.
Not on the £70-80 for a new release.
Yeah,
I mean, you can see why you'd go for Game Pass to play. Was it the Outer Worlds 2?
Yes.
To me, it looks like an okay RPG.
Yeah.
But not a game I'd go out and spend £70-80 on at launch. Not at all. So I can see the appeal of going to Game Pass for at least like a month or two. Yeah, cost you way less.
I'd also say there's certain games that have come to Game Pass that have been quite underwhelming that were kind of exclusives. I think the last big one that I really enjoyed was the Indiana Jones game, but as you know, that's already on PlayStation. That literally 4 months later landed on PlayStation. But that game was superb. But then we got Redfall, which was mentioning. That was an absolute crock of shit. Starfield was met with very average reviews. And again, the new Doom game did not set the world alight. It
very average.
It's very, unfortunately. Honestly, the point of Microsoft making an Xbox will be an entry-level PC because making a AAA ready PC is really expensive and Xbox is $500. which is way more manageable in comparison. Now, see, you say South of Midnight. Love South of Midnight, but didn't sell well. It didn't do well. It got critical acclaim, but again, didn't do brilliantly sales-wise.
Yeah. It suffered from that thing where not all of it was good. I heard the combat was a bit on the average side.
Was a bit so-so.
Everything else around that was meant to be good. But
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game. It's in my running for the year of games of the year. It's certainly in there. Whether it'll get pushed out, I don't know. We'll have to see. But then when you compare it to something like Expedition 33, to me, Expedition 33, now, bearing in mind that is on... Did that go to PlayStation?
Yeah. Launched on PlayStation.
Launched on PlayStation as well, and it's obviously on PC. But that is the biggest Game Pass hit that they've had, really, this year. But you can get it on other platforms, but there you go.
Oh, yeah. And even though it was on Game Pass, it still sold millions of copies.
Well over 3 million.
It's very, very well.
Yeah, you go. It was on PS5. The brand Xbox isn't dying, but the hardware is. I think that's the thing. The brand will live on, but the hardware won't, which is exactly what Laura's point was. The leaked emails from Phil Spencer during the court hearing indicate that Xbox did not want to go down the Xbox Anywhere route at all either. But yet they have. So there you go. Anyway, we shall see. Time will tell. We will get the handhelds and then we will see what happens when they unveil everything for their 25th anniversary. Will it be a massive surprise or will it be a complete U-turn on everything that they've said? We will find out next year. So there you go. Moving on, probably the biggest game to come out this week, which came out on PS5 last Thursday, quite clearly is the massive sequel, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. We are going to play this trailer, and yes, this trailer is 3 minutes, 19 seconds long because it's Kojima, but it's a pretty damn good trailer. So sit back, get yourself a drink, and relax to this for Death Stranding 2 on the Beach.
Rated M for mature.
Sam, I'm asking you to extend the chiral network to the south. That's our last, best hope of saving the world. Humanity is still in danger, still on the brink of extinction. Chiralium contamination is severe. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. This is the cargo you need to deliver. Make sure to plot your delivery route.
APAS has been analyzing your actions so far. It's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. Experiment with them and see what you like.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Other porters are also able to make use of your structures. This way, you can help out the people who follow in your footsteps.
As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network. We'll be right behind you, providing you with support.
You might want to construct a watchtower nearby before you charge in. You can get a better handle on the situation and improve your odds of getting the job done quietly.
does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Works same as it ever was.
PlayStation.
There you go. So Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Is this a vast improvement on the much very sort of, there's a lot of love for the first game, but there's also quite a lot of hate. It very much divided people, the first game, because of some people saying, oh, it's a work of art, and some people saying, yeah, it's a bloody walking simulator. So have we just got more of the same, or is this a huge improvement, Dave?
From what I've been reading some of the videos I watched, it does sound like it's an improvement of the first one. Because as you say, it was a bit of a divisive one. Not everyone liked it. I did try a bit the first one, but I couldn't really get into it. It was a bit slow to get going. Lots of cutscenes. You end up watching for ages because Kojima just seems to like to go on and on with his cutscenes.
Yeah.
He doesn't get too brief, that one. I don't think he's got like an editor that's tells him to trim them down or anything like that.
No.
So yeah, there was a lot of watching cutscenes in the first one, and it just kind of like put me off. So I never got that far, but a lot of people did like what it was going for. Just kind of like walking simulator, but having to sort of plan your routes and try and get there in the best way, and then so you build up what you could do. You start using vehicles, other things to improve the routes you could take, and it is doing the same thing in this follow-up one, but it sounds like it's just generally adding more to it, refining it. So you've got more combat options there, which you didn't really have in the first game. You can still avoid combat entirely if you want, but if you want to get involved in it, it looks like you've got, good choices like, lethal, non-lethal weapons, other things that you can use in combat. And, they generally improve the way like vehicles work, adding more sort of dynamic events that can happen when you're walking from one place to another. Like we saw in the trailer that, suddenly, a riverbed can just like suddenly flood. It might be a slow running river, rain starts, and then suddenly, massive flood comes down and completely knock, Sam and his ass, sweeping well away from where you were trying to get to. So you're going to have to, think on your feet a bit, by the look of it. So it does sound like they've improved it a lot. And I was watching a video earlier of one review who didn't really like the first one, but completely, loving the new one. So it is possible for people who didn't like the first to get into this new one.
Yeah.
So I might give it a go at some point, but because I didn't like the first one, I don't really feel like dropping 70 quid on it at the moment to see if I do like the second one. So I don't know. I probably if I wait a while, it'll pop up on PS Plus eventually, like the first one did. So I might wait a bit till then. But it does sound like it's a good improvement. Yeah, story's better, more stuff goes on in the world, more options in combat, stuff like that. So, yeah, I think definite improvement from everything I've read.
I'm going to be honest. The first one I had no interest in. I really like the look of this, and after watching quite a few things on it, I'm like, it does seem like they've done a lot of stuff that's different to it, and this kind of
I think if you were going to just jump into the second one, you'd want to go and find a YouTube video to explain what was going on in the first one. Otherwise, it ain't going to make much sense.
Apparently, when you start the game, there's a 10-minute recap of everything that happened.
That's definitely
which you can choose to watch. So I was like, well, if I did that, then I'll just watch that. I have seen lots of clips from the first game anyway, but I'd just jump in and just go, screw it. Let's just go. So there you go. All right, let's see what people are saying. Scores. This could be quite divided. Let's see. Let's go. So Manic, 9 Easter eggs out of 10. Ash, 9. Skin of an Orange, 9. Good evening, by the way, Skin of an Orange. Ben, 8.5. Drawn, 9. Stu, 8. Dank said predicted score from back in January, because this did feature in our top 50 games to look out for. Predicted score was 8.5, so we'll have to see if that comes to fruition. Tar Pit Trap, 9.5. 9 says Gozzo. Flame says 8. Iqual says 8.5. Kindred says 8.5. Skin of Orange is Leon. Yes, I know. I just read it as I do because that's it. I can't remember everyone's name. I'm terrible for that. So I forget Jeff's name who's sitting next to me. So there you go. Moving on. Someone will get that gag in a minute. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to go for a 9.
You're going for a 9. Okay. All right. Folks, if there's no more scores, Death Did they bring Mountain Dew, or was it Monster? Monster was in the first game. It was Monster Energy Drink was in the first game. I don't know if it's in this one. Someone got the joke. Thank you, Stu. I can tell you, this is an interesting one. This was hitting highs of 9s from a lot of reviewers, such as IGN. Interesting enough, GameSpot chucked this in at a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't over enamored with it. Eurogamer, a little bit better, 8 out of 10 for this one. But there's quite a few scores, and it was kind of quite close. GameSpot was probably one of the lowest ones I've seen. But it did mean that this would come in at, and Manic just said, why do I get a funny feeling it's an 8.5? It's an 8.5. Gozzo, I'd put it up on the screen before you said that. So unfortunately, your score stands at a 9. I'm not going to accept that, my friend. So there you go. You're going to have to stick with your 9 on that one. Sorry, Gozzo. You changed it as I put it on the screen. But there you go. Has heart attack and dies. Ben is absolutely smashing it out of the park. But Gozzo, thank you for understanding. I appreciate that, dude. If you were a couple of seconds earlier, I would have let you add it. But yes. So, Ben, yes, 3 for 3.
Fair play.
Now, the funny thing is, if you go on Metacritic, the average score is 9. So there you go. So he's not cheating. So it's my average score. Danker would have got it right. Well done. Yeah, he went on his predicted score from back in January. Well done, Danker. So you get it right. So he's probably relieved. He was probably thinking, oh, I wish it was higher. And no, there you go. iQuail, congratulations. You got it right as well. Kindred, you got it right as well. 8.5. But there you go. Definitely Game of the Year material, though, this one. Definitely Game of the Year material, as people are talking. So let's move on to our next game. Something completely different. This is a retro platformer which mixes 3D with 2D in a bizarre way. Good evening, Games Guru. And this, I have been sent a copy of this, but I've got no idea when we're going to get to play this because we can't fit it into the schedule just yet. This, ladies and gentlemen, is, and I think I saw Chaotic play this actually, Ruffy and the Riverside, which came out last Thursday on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1, and Nintendo Switch. Let's have a look at this.
Some call him a groundhog, but this bear is a bear, and he is out now. You are Ruffy, a bear that can copy and paste textures. With the magic swap, you can change the world and nothing can stop you. Jump into this wonderful adventure and change the world. Ruffy and the Riverside is out now.
Stu says this game looks horrid. There you go. So this has got people divided. I've known about this since the start of the year. I've been getting PR updates on this for a long time now. And then they finally sent me a copy, and I was like, bugger, I've got nowhere to fit this in the schedule. So it might be one of the games that we chuck in later, like probably August maybe, because I'm going to fit it in July. I can say that now. But it is that thing of that you've got a 3D world, but the character's in 2D. But when it does turn, it's got its back and side, so it is kind of a weird mixture. It's quite clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite cool what they've done. So someone mentioned like Paper Mario in the chat. So yeah, I would agree. It gives you vibes of that. I said graphic wise, it looks okay. I can't say it's massively grabbed me, but I like the idea of the the mechanic that you're using to solve the puzzles. Where you can copy a texture of the game and paste it onto something else. Excuse me. That looks like quite a cool way to solve puzzles. If you've got a waterfall to climb. You can't climb up the water, but what you can do is like copy the texture of vines, paste that over the waterfall, then you got vines there, and you can climb up. So you got lots of things like that you're going to have to think about. So I think that sounds really cool. So that's like a fun mechanic. But otherwise, apart from that, it is just sort of standard style 3D platformer, like
Mm.
like the Marios and the Sonics. Lots of little things to go and collect in there while you getting through the worlds, fighting the bosses, then trying to defeat I think some character called Groll, who's like trying to destroy like the world. He's your ultimate boss to take out. So yeah, I think it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
so I'd be tempted to give it a go.
It looks good. When I got sent the copy, luckily they're not asking me to cover it at any time soon. It's like, just try this when you're ready. So I just said to Dave Johnson, shit, we ain't going to fit this in for this month because we've got very little streams in July, unfortunately. But maybe I'll sneak it in sometime in August.
Good plan.
But yeah, I do want to give it a go. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see what people are saying scores wise. If you have just joined us, please guess a score. I'll say hello to there's a couple of people that have popped up. I want to say hello to Games Guru. Good evening. Hope you're well. Who else is it? So Ash said 7.5. Similar feel to Super Lucky's Tale. It's almost like Super Lucky's Tale and Paper Mario had a baby. Stu obviously said this looks awful. Ever says 6.5, but Stu says 6. Manic says 8.5. Interesting. Dank said the Paper Mario aspects have won me over. Obs, good evening, Obs. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. 7 out of 10. Gilfly says just take my money. Games Guru says a 7. Dank is 7.5. Skin of an Orange / Leon 7. Was it in Debug Magazine? Possibly. I can't remember. Dan from Debug Magazine did say he was going to be here tonight. I don't know if he's watching or not. I have got no idea. If he is and he's lurking, I can have a look secretly. I will ask him to confirm or deny that. So we'll see. Let me just move that over. I can actually see who's in the stream. So let me have a look. I click on that. Well, I'll go down. Gozzo 7.5. Gilfly 7.5. Drawn 7. iQuell 7.5. Flame 7.5. Kindred missed the trailer again. 7.5. Drawn says I missed Dan. Which Dan? Do you mean Dan Game Tank? Because I was talking about Dan, the guy that owns Debug. But yes, we also missed Dan Game Tank. He will be back in due course, in due time. Cool. Have a look. Is he there? Because he said he was going to be working. No, he's not. He's not here. But never mind. But there you go.
All about
There's a couple of other people that are lurking who haven't said hello. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Which is okay because it's okay to lurk. Finally, properly in now, Celtic. Hello. We're talking about Ruffy the Riverside, which I know you've played. So there you go. Yes, different Dan. Dan who owns Debug. You could ask him. Other Dan wouldn't know because his last issue was the one back in January. So there you go. Dave, what do you reckon this got?
I'll try a 7.5.
7.5. Celtic says, love it. I hopefully will too. Played a ton of it offline. I got sent a copy. No idea when I'm going to fit it in the schedule. Celtic going for an 8. Last chance, folks. Ruffy in the Riverside came out last Thursday on PC, PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, and Nintendo Switch. And I can tell you, on average, this got... Again, there's going to be a lot of shout-outs. 7.5 out of 10. Well done, Dave. Your first one for the season. There you go. But Kindred, well done. Flame, well done. iQuell, well done. Dave Johnson, good evening, by the way, because you've been doing some of the shout-outs. Appreciate that, mate. Gilfly, well done. Gozzo, well done. Danker, well done. Anybody else? I think that's everyone. Hopefully I've not missed them, but those shout-outs are going to be cool. Manic has got 3 out of 4 right. That is amazing. Well done. It deserves more than that personally. Again, as we say, you may agree with it. You may not. It's just an average score. There you go. There you go. Tell you what we're going to move on to now. I'm going to do a very quick plug for the most obvious thing that we normally do. As I said, unfortunately, our guest couldn't be here tonight because of personal reasons. So we will unveil all the cosplay stuff on another night. But we are going to say, oh, fucking hell, I forgot to load up the video file. After all that, I forgot the one thing I forgot to do. So I'm going to load.
Professional as ever.
I know. Oh, Geeky, hello. Well done. Hello. Come on in. Let's load this up. I thought I was ready for everything, and I've just realised I'm not. I normally have this video ready, loaded and go, and now I've lost it. So let's try and find it. Am I even in the right folder? I will find the video. Shit.
It's lurking there somewhere, surely.
It's lurking here somewhere. Bollocks, and I don't think that's the right video file. We might have to skip the advert. Is that it? That might be it. If this is not the right video, fucking hell, hang on. Tell you what, hang on, open it there. Oh, it is. Here we go. We'll go for that. That'll do. Cheers, everyone. Hi, I'm Middle Aged Gamer Guy, and I'm very excited to announce that Timeless 2025 is coming to Liverpool here at the Cairns Brewery. There you go, folks. Timeless Gaming Convention is back with us once again, and we are literally 6 weeks, just over 6 weeks away from the event. Get your tickets, exclamation Timeless in chat. I literally think there's about 15 VIP tickets left. It's insane. VIP will get you in the night before for our very first ever VIP night, where we've got the wonderful Jason Bradbury doing a very special Q&A panel and showing 15 minutes of the feature film that he launched at Timeless, because he kicked off the launch campaign from Timeless last year. Plus, you get to meet all our wonderful guests, such as Ashens and Slopes and the team from What Culture and Ash. Our Tomb Raider panel, they will all be there as well, plus other guests that we've got to announce. We hope to be announcing in 2 weeks the full lineup for both stages and all exhibitors, so you'll have a full plan a good month before with everything announced, and hopefully all our other bits and pieces. We've been working hard to get that all done, so you can see what you can buy, what competitions you can take part in, what time's the cosplay competition, what time's the Just Dance, what time's the Tomb Raider panel on, for example, what time can we boo Mag when he does the opening ceremony, that kind of thing, all there for you. Standard tickets on the main day are selling well, and we'll get you in from 11 o'clock. Obviously, VIP tickets will get you in from 10 a.m. as well as all the wonderful content creators. They can all get in at 10 with the press people. And we're doing a full lineup and hope to have entertainment on the main stage all the way up to 9 o'clock. And the event will be closing around about 11 o'clock midnight. So it is a full day of gaming events. And not only have we got all that, but with Arcane's Arcade with over 300 retro machines, PCs to play, PS5s, Xboxes, Switches. I want to see if they've got any Switch 2s when we go back down there in a month's time, because they might have. They have got also N64s, Sega Saturns, mini SNES, mini NES, mini Mega Drives to play, and all that fun stuff. Nice. All free of charge, and some VR games as well. They were due to have a brand new VR game coming in, so that's going to be cool. So there you go. Plus 2 different restaurants to get different types of food from, and 5 bars. And not only that, an outdoor seating area, which has got a roof. So if it does rain, which I hope it won't, because we've never had bad weather on a Timeless yet, you can sit outside and order food and drinks to your table outside. How freaking cool is that? So go check it out. You can also get discounted hotels if you haven't booked your hotels. Either go to the FAQs page on our website, book your tickets now because it is selling fast. Had a burrito from around there. It was spot on. The food is damn good. Damn good. We can tell you that. I tried out the thing. Well, we all did. Dave, Jesse and me did try. 5 different bars. Looks like I'm getting banned. Looks like I'll be getting shit-faced after I finish doing all the hard work. So there you go. iCross says I've booked the Thursday off to recover. I'm sure the kids will have other ideas, but fingers crossed. I am literally, I'm going to be staying in Liverpool till Friday morning because I'm going to need the first day to recover. Dave is going to be getting shit-faced before the doors open. I think that's great. I can't wait. I'm like a child the week before Christmas. I know it's going to be insane. So thank you so much to everyone who's supporting it. Thank you. More announcements to come out. We're hoping to announce literally everything in the next 2 weeks before I disappear to South America. And then literally, that'll be everything. And that's it. So that's the idea. You are staying till Friday. I am, yes. So Stuart and I, yes. So hopefully we can meet up for lunch and stuff on the Thursday with Drawn Unicycle and stuff. So that'll be cool. I do have questions about Timeless and content creators. Go for it, Chaotic, because we've got a bit of time before we move on to the next games. Hit us with some questions. I'm sure Dave won't mind. But something I can pick your brains about at MCI. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want to wait until Friday. Also, Friday is the next Manchester Twitch meet. It is sold out. By all means, if you do, by all means, Chaotic, do it now. If you do want to get on a waiting list, if people drop out, you can be adding waiting list. And we can reveal that we'll be doing a Mario Kart World Tournament, Street Fighter 6 tournament, some more Jackbox games. We've got some retro games challenges, and we've got some other stuff that we're going to be doing. There will be no live stream for this on the Friday, but we are moving from the ground floor to the second floor for the first time ever because we've nearly got 200 people turning up for this one. And we've got a brand new indie game for you to try out, which is Rock and Scroll. And the team from Techware are there because they've got some fantastic prizes for you to win on some of the competitions as well. Chaotic says, I know we can't do IRL on Twitch during the event. Who told you that? Because that's not true. Can we, however, take videos and pictures, not panels, and post on socials in a day? Right. If you check the FAQ page on thing, you can stream at the venue. If you want to do IRL stuff, you can stream. You can film all the panels. You can do as many videos as you want. You can do as many photographs as you want. There are no restrictions on filming, streaming, and photography at the event. And you can do as many social posts on the day as you want or even after. That has always been our policy, and that is the same policy. You can film Mag drunk twerking at 11 a.m. Depends how much I have. I thought that's what it said in the email, for fuck's sake. No, you can do as much stuff as you want. I will quickly bring up the Timeless website. You can do as much stuff they want. We encourage you doing it because then, you know, if people see it and they're like, shit, we can turn up. There you go. If you go to the FAQs, I'm going to quickly let's get rid of that and then bring this up. Share screen, see if this works. There you go. Filming and photography. Attendees are welcome to take photographs and videos for personal use during the event, and we encourage you to post content on social media. We encourage you to tag us in your content. Photography and filming of individuals, cosplayers, guest hosts should only be taken with their consent. Please be courteous and ask beforehand. Photography and filming for commercial use, including YouTube channels similar, is strictly prohibited unless you are designated showcase or otherwise part of the event organisation, which means unless you are press or a content creator, you are not allowed to do it, but you can because you are a content creator. Professional photography and filming equipment will not be allowed unless agreed in advance. If you have professional equipment without a pass, you'll be asked to leave. If you are a content creator and you would like to record footage at Timeless conventions, please contact us prior to attending to get a content creator pass or media pass. So you are a content creator, therefore you can do what you want. So there you go. I think that's what I got confused on. Yeah, we just don't want randos filming, but because you have got a content creator pass, you are allowed to do that, and that's fine. And there is nowhere in the venue that is prohibited, possibly except one room, but you won't have access to that either because that room is not got access. Oh, and that also reminds me, we will also be announcing a thirst for Timeless because we'll be announcing a new area that we have never had before We hope to announce that in the next 2 weeks as well. So stay tuned for that. We have hinted that the gamer guide, I'll link to that because we mentioned that when they were on the show a couple of weeks ago. But there you go. Moving on. That's enough timeless. Moving on. Get your tickets now. Fucking plug. Put the link in chat. There you go. To a game that we had a remaster of last year, which I thoroughly enjoyed, which was System Shock. And now we are getting a System Shock 2 25th anniversary edition. This came out last Thursday on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and even Nintendo Switch. Let's have a look at the trailer for System Shock 2.
We welcome you to our biomass. We invite you
to spread yourself out on our warmth.
Please, choose somebody else. I don't want to change, please.
Life grows within the womb of these walls. Life that has never seen the surface of the earth.
They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna change me. Rachel, kids, I'm sorry.
Do you not trust the feelings of the flesh? Our biology yearns to join with yours.
We welcome you to our mass.
They're not dead. They want you understand? They want you as a host. Get away.
After all, we are both children of flesh. Why not join with us
against the machine, Mother?
Don't cry. Don't cry. Soon you'll be the mother of them all.
You are soon very alone. How does it feel
to be one
against the infinite?
So we're just going to clarify this. Whereas last year's System Shock was a complete remaster, technically this isn't a remaster, is it, Dave? It's more of just they've enhanced it a bit, this one.
It's always tricky to get those terms right. I would have said last year's System Shock was a remake because, you know, they're completely redid.
I guess it was a complete remake, yeah.
I'd call this one a remaster, whereas it's, you know, it does look very much like the game. It probably looks like as you remember it through your rose-tinted glasses. Because if you do go back and look at the original one, the character models won't look anywhere near as good as they do in this one. Because they've improved the character models, boosted the resolution, so that all looks nice. I think they've improved lighting, added like controller support for the consoles and on PC, and they've added in I think 4-player co-op, which supports cross-play across different platforms. So that's something that wasn't there originally. So you can play this with your friends if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, graphics wise, it doesn't look as nice as last year's one. It is a bit of a shame, I'd say. It hasn't had like the full remake treatment like last year's System Shock got. Still looks reasonable enough. I think it's still got like, you know, a good atmosphere, a good story. You know, that will still sort of pull you in if you give it a chance.
Yeah.
Because it is considered, you know, quite a classic in its genre. It's one of the sort of earlier sort of immersive sims where you've got a lot of choice in what you do. You know, the game initially gives you like a choice of sort of 3 kind of character classes to play. You can be like a Marine, a Navy officer, or an OSA agent, and which one you pick sort of determines kind of your early play style. But then you've still got room to alter things as you're playing for the main game. But this one is set on board a Starship Von Braun. So once your character wakes up on there for choosing their class, they wake up with no memory of what's happened on there. And everything on the ship has you know, gone to hell. As it usually does in most of these sci-fi tales, you know, nothing ever goes well in there, do they? There's always something that's gone completely wrong. In this one, there just seems to be lots of mutants around the ship. You've got to try and, you know, either avoid them or kill them, try and find out what's, you know, caused this to happen. And you'll bump into the AI Shodan, who you met in the first game as well. So it's got you know, that link back to the original with the AI coming back to you know, haunt you through the ship. So I remember playing a little bit this way back when it first came out. I don't think I got particularly far in it, but I did like it. So I am tempted to go and play this when it's out now. So I'm tempted to get it at some point.
Yeah,
so I think it looks cool. I would like to give it a proper go, but I still need to play through the System Shock remake from last year.
yeah.
I've still only done like the first part of that, the first floor that you start on, and I've just got distracted by newer, shinier things. I just haven't gone back to it, but I want to. It's just
I'm about 3/4 of the way through that, and I never did finish it, unfortunately.
Oh, you're way ahead of me in that. Then.
Yeah,
I've got to go back and do because it was really, really good.
Yeah. Okay. I would give this a go. I'm not as excited for this as the one that came out last year, I'll be honest, but there you go. Let's see what people are saying. Drawn Unicycle is like maybe an 8. Ash an 8. Stu an 8. Iqual an 8. Oh my god, everyone's saying 8. Danka 8. Gozzo 8. Hey, Heather says 7.5. We broke the mold. Manic 8.5. Thank you, breaking the mold again. That last boss fight in the remake last year was absolute wank. Oh, I haven't got to that bit yet. Does that?
I think they did fix that up when it came to the console release. And that update went back to PC. As I was like, depending on when you played it. If you played it before it came on console, then it was meant to be a bit crap, but they did improve it apparently.
Okay, interesting. Flame 7.5, Kindred 8. Any more scores, folks? This is System Shock 2, the 25th anniversary edition. Came out last Thursday on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC and Switch. Ash was like, oh, spoilers. My bad. Don't worry about it. Dave, what do you reckon?
I'm going to try 8.5, I think.
8.5. Do you know what? I never did your shout out earlier. You got it right.
You can do it after this one, regardless.
Yeah, we'll do it after this one. So you're going to say 8.5. So whether you get this right or not, we still got to give you a shout out. So, folks, if there's no more scores, I can tell you, on average, this got 8 out of 10. So that's a lot of people getting shout outs. It's been a kind of thing. Kindred, well done. Gozzo, well done. Danka, well done. Iquel, well done. Stu, well done. Ash, well done. Drawn Unicycle, well done. You all got it right. Dave, you didn't get this one right. However, you did get the other one right. So exclamation Dave in chat. How would you like your shout out?
You can do some spinning on your chair, mate.
Spinning on the chair. Right, let's go. Here we go. Dave got his first one right earlier, and I forgot to do the shout out.
Very nice.
That hopefully makes up for it. So there you go.
Oh, indeed.
Right. Moving on while my head refocuses. Let's talk about some more gaming news. Now, there are rumours on the rumour mill, as there always is, about a certain remake / remaster, we'll see, of an Assassin's Creed game. And there have been rumours and reports and leaks before, like earlier in the year. It is very highly likely that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is going to get a remaster or remake. Well, I'd say remaster treatment. I don't think they're going to remake it. There's a lot of questions surrounding this because it's like, right, so obviously they're going to change it graphically. Is it going to be the same actors doing the voices? Well, at a recent Comic-Con in America, Matt Ryan, who played Pirate Edward Conway, was asked by a fan, basically, is he playing any Assassin's Creed games? And did he complete Assassin's Creed Black Flag? And his response was, well, I did complete it, but I might be completing it again. He kind of hinted, he said, that's all I can say, which means he could be doing the voices again, potentially, for it, which could be quite cool. So, folks, are we excited for an Assassin's Creed 4? A lot of people did say that was one of the best ones. Some people didn't like that one. Unfortunately, that was what kind of led to the whole Skull and Bones fiasco eventually down the line. And people are mentioning Skull and Bones in the chat. But people forget that Assassin's Creed 3 was the one that started with the boat combat. People do forget that. It was Assassin's Creed 3. A Black Flag sequel would be preferable. I mean, that would be cool. maybe it could be that. But it has been noted that Ubisoft are working on something that is Black Flag related. That is very true because we've had leaks and documents and things for there. 3 is crap, 4 is much better. I found 3 quite boring, I'm not going to lie.
Very, very slow beginning in that before it got anywhere.
Yeah, Ubisoft is just trying to stop the hemorrhaging, yes. The voice actor, the same Welsh bloke we were talking about the other day that played Constantine. Oh, is that who it is? Oh, okay, right. Oh, there you go then. Nope, couldn't give 2 shiny shits about it. Did you know that Kingdom Hearts 3 had ship-to-ship combat inspired by Black Flag, like actual pirate ships, not spaceships? I did not know that. There you go, that's a fact. Gozzo said, yes, can't wait for Black Flag. The best pirate Assassin's Creed game ever. Dave, would you be excited for it?
Yeah, I'd give it a go. I've long got bored of the Assassin's Creed games in recent years, but 4 was still at a time where I was still interested in them. So I would go and have a look at a sort of remake, remaster, whatever it turns out to be of it. I kind of expect from the rumours that going around that it's going to be like more of a sort of remaster than a full-on remake. Because I think that it would cost them too much time and money to do a full-on remake of this. So they'll probably just target the graphics and just do a few like quality of life improvements. But it would be good to get it back looking even better than everyone remembers it, because it was a decent Assassin's Creed game, especially with the ship-to-ship combat in there. So I think in Assassin's Creed 3 it was more sort of sectioned off. There was a loading screen between the going to the docks and then boarding the boat, whereas Black Flag, it was all seamless. You just climbed on board and just started sailing away.
It was so good.
So it would be cool to play it again, because I remember playing a good bit of it. I can remember getting to a bit that really pissed me off, and I ended up quitting it because I think it was a bit where you had to jump from one ship to another, and the AI on my ship just kept sailing away, which then desynchronized me. I did it about 3 times in a row, just thoroughly pissed me off at the time. So I just rage quit it and never went back to it.
It was a bit where you were in a swamp as well, weren't you? And you had to be really careful, and that made a lot of people rage quit. But
there were some annoyances. If they could sort of smooth things like that out, that would definitely help tempt me to give it another go.
Gozzo said the best thing about Black Flag was singing on the pirate ship. That was good fun as well. They still haven't got the Sands of Time remake out yet. No, they haven't.
Still doing it though, aren't they? I think they're talking about it next year.
Allegedly, 2026 they said, didn't they? Last year.
In the works, but God, Ubisoft don't drag out the development of some of these games. It won't make them any money back because they can see one to make.
They're in the shit. They're losing hemorrhaging money. I'm getting tired of remasters and remakes personally. So am I. Some I think are very much warranted. Some I'm just like, singing sea shanties with the boys was so much fun. I'll tell you what 2 remakes we need. We need another Last of Us remake and another GTA 5 remake. I think we can have them. My world would be
crying out for them.
Yeah, everyone really obviously needs them. Anyway, moving on to our next game. This is... you're going to love this, Emma. This is a remake, believe it or not.
Hey.
But from, I believe, an old DS game, if I got this right. This came out on Nintendo Switch on last Thursday, and this is Front Mission 3 remake. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. There you go, folks. So this is Front Mission Free Remake. Dave, tell us a little bit about this one, please.
Yes, I think this was back on the old PS1, so it's a different, graphical improvement for what it used to look like on there. This one's following a character called Kazuki, who's been drawn to one of those global conspiracies as a big super weapon that needs to be taken out for it can cause too much destruction. And this game, it's tactical RPG. You've got your mechs taken through the battlefield. Try and outflank all the other mechs and destroy them as quickly as you can without taking too much damage. Looks like there's a lot of customization you can do to your mech there. Change the colors, change various weapons on it. So it looks like you've got a good amount of depth with what you put on them to take them into combat.
Yeah.
So you can do that with your one and your allies' ones to see how the battles go. Certainly looks okay. I can't say Front Mission's a series that I've ever played. I think originally some of them didn't come out to the West anyway, so it's quite nice they are doing these remakes so that people get a chance to play the ones that didn't come over here originally.
Yeah,
but I don't know, not for me. I'm not really into mech games myself, but there is a pretty huge fan base for them, so they go down pretty well.
Yeah, there you go. Here you go. You actually get the story because they did like a translation of this, but it didn't fit. So at least you get the story in this. But yeah, it's more like XCOM mechs, as Ash said.
Yeah.
In that respect. Yeah. I do like my mech games. I like the Mech Warrior games, I'll be honest, even though I haven't played the most recent ones. But so stuff like this. Again, if this fell on my lap, I would probably play it and give it a go. It looks all right. Folks, let's see what scores you get. Get your scores in now. Manny, 8.5 for this one. Stu's like, 6.5. We've got a bit of a gap. John says, also, this series is heavily beloved, so possibly 8.5. Ash says 6. Heather says 7. Iqua says 7.5. Oh, we've got all different scores tonight. Danka says a 7 for this one. Gozzo saying 6.5. Kindred saying a 7. Flame saying a 7. Chat, get your scores in. This is a Front Mission Free Remake, which came out on Switch last Thursday. Dave Johnson saying a 7 as well. Be right back. No worries, dude. Dave, what say you?
I'll try a 7.
Going for a 7. Okay, folks. If there are no more scores in the chat, I can tell you that this is quite an interesting one. But a number of you did get it right because this got a 6.5. So it's a perfectly okay. A bit like our first game, the triple tactics. Yeah, 6.5. So it might be one that I don't know if you can get a demo for this or not, but you might want to try before you buy it. Or if you're a big fan of this series, you'll probably just go and get it anyway. Gozzo, congratulations. There's a PC version due in a few months as well, so that's cool. So you can get a PC version as well. So well done to Gozzo. You got it right. Stu, well done. You got it right as well. I think it was only 2 of you that got it right, actually. Some of you were quite close. Ash was very close. So there you go. Can we get shout-outs for them, please? Thank you very much. And then we'll get on to our third news story of the night. Now, this one, people might go, why is this so... This doesn't sound that important. But I found this quite interesting because EA have announced a brand new sports game. I say brand new. They are revitalizing an old franchise. And that franchise is EaSports College Basketball. There has not been an EA Sports College Basketball game for 16 years. Okay? And there was a reason for this. Very similar, and we'll talk about the college football one in a minute. Very similar reason to this. Because it was 2009 was the last game that they did. And apparently with the college basketball leagues, they were not allowed to use names, likenesses. There were certain restrictions. So therefore, when the deal went down, they couldn't bring out another game because they were not allowed to use the proper players that they do. Just like with any sports game, you want to have the proper players and stuff like that. So this is the first time that this has come around. So they are actually bringing this out. And this has mainly been off the back of success, as Stu said, like they did with football, because as you know, EA Sports College Football was a game that had not come out for quite so many years. And it was one of the most successful games of last year. Even outselling their own Madden, it got some fantastic scores. Even on this show, it got some fantastic scores, far surpassing what Madden got. Madden got lower scores. And it ended up being the second best selling game in the US of A. Right? Because they did the whole thing with having the proper people, the proper rosters, all this. Not only that, they also gave dividends and copies of the game to the people who featured in the game. So they actually got paid for being in the game. It wasn't a lot of money. It was a couple of $100, but they got free copies of the game, which was quite cool. And that is what they're hoping to do with the new college basketball. But here's the issue. EA being EA, obviously saw that they had one of their most successful sports games, outselling FC football, outselling anything else they did, outselling Madden college football. This week, later this week, we see the release of the new college football. So literally a year on. And you kind of go, oh no, are they falling foul to their same issues that we always see? Because they're basically bringing
they will.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like, this is why I'm saying this is quite exciting. They're bringing something back that is 16 years old. But then it feels like they haven't learned from their mistakes because, I mean, we'll find out because we will be talking about college football on next week's show. But it's like, you had something really good and now you're going to dilute it again, just like you've done with FIFA/FC, just like you've done with Madden. And most of these games churn out at like 6.57 scores.
I mean, they might score low, but they do still sell.
They sell.
Microsoft to them and they say they haven't learned. I don't think they really care about making a good game. They just make a popular game that makes them a shit ton of money. So they just churn out the same crap each year that they can guarantee people are going to buy.
Yeah.
Which is people seem to with sports games, don't they? If people seem to buy the yearly release, then they're going to keep on doing it. So you say it's nice they're bringing back college basketball. But yeah, if it does well, it'll be a yearly franchise. No doubt about that.
It's that thing, and I'm just like, oh dear. Now, if I have a look, I think college football comes out. Actually, I got that wrong. College football comes out on the 10th, but then it's like 3 or 4 days early access. So actually, we won't be talking about it on next week's show. It'll be in 2 weeks' time. So it's actually going to be the last show before I disappear off. So yeah, that okay, 2 weeks. I thought it was next week, but we shall see. But yeah, it's that thing of milking it. But that's what people say. I like the Biacle Morden. Yes, using real names. I like the early days of footy games where it was Manchester Reds, Northwest something. They were allowed to use the names of players or teams. Yeah, or they weren't. That's true. So they'd make it up. But they now want that kind of official thing. John, obviously, over in Philly, says we love our college basketball for some reason. It is a big thing, just like college football. It seems to be bigger than other stuff. Yes, of course, there's going to be microtransactions. Stu says it's a strange concept for us Brits. Our uni students are just idiots. It's EA. It's in the nature, like FC games, churning out the same shit every year. Yep. Just like EA and Black Ops and all that sort of stuff. Yes, we're getting another bloody Black Ops gun. A game for the non-gamers. Yeah, a game for the non-sports people. Big Fuzzy Panda, good evening. Great to see you here. People did stop playing FC25 a lot earlier than normal. Yeah, it didn't perform well. And it ended up coming to Game Pass quite quickly because of it to try and get it. EA Sports, it's in the microtransactions. So, yeah, we'll see. I applaud them for doing what they did with EA College Football last year. I certainly applaud them for that. I'm a little bit worried about what's going to happen in 2 weeks when they release the next one. But again, I'm kind of like, this is cool. They're bringing out something that hasn't been out for 16 years. They're going to pay the players. They're going to give the players a free copy of the game. I'm kind of half and half on this. But then I've got a problem that this time next year, we're going to be talking about, oh, fuck it out. They brought another EA Sports college basketball game out.
Another yearly release.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see as well what 2K do, who make the NBA basketball games.
Yeah.
I think they tweeted out afterwards something cryptic that makes hints that they might be doing something with college basketball as well. So whether that's a separate game or a mode within the NBA game.
Yeah. So that might be
at least there'll be a bit of competition between the two companies. That might help improve the game. We'll see.
We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I think they're going to try and piss on their chips. It's like they don't let people play the game before the next one is released. Give people more time. I agree. It's crazy. But there you go. Anyway, moving on to our final game of the night. And for the second time ever that I get to say this on this stream, this game came out on Friday on not only Nintendo Switch, but Switch 2 as well. Remember those annoying little keyring things that made a lot of noise that pooped and shit and you had to feed? Yes, Tamagotchis. Yep. Well, now you can play it in a video game if you really want to, I guess. But either way, look at this. We get the Switch 2 noise, and even better, that fantastic Bandai Namco noise is back. It's probably going to be the best part of the trailer, let's say. Let's have a look at this. This is Tamagatchi Palace.
Tamagatchi Plaza is finally...
Okay, I fucked up the name. It's Tamagatchi Plaza, but we'll play the trailer.
Tamagatchi Plaza is finally open! In Tamahiko Town, you can enjoy a variety of shops, including the dentist, eyewear shop, and more. Hearing about the shop's rising reputation, new customers have arrived. Tamagotchi that visit the shop are registered in your guest list. And you can even run into them around town. Help find lost items, deliver packages, and enjoy spending time with a variety of Tamagotchi. As you talk to your Tamagotchi and become closer, new snapshots will be added to your guest list. And you might get to see a different side of them. Grow your shop. Upgrade the plaza. And make the town the most vibrant place around. Let's get to know the Tamagotchi better in Tamahiko Town. Tamagotchi Plaza is officially open for adventure. Available now.
Gotta love that Bandai Namco noise that they brought back.
Definitely the best part of the trailer.
It is. Now, I made a mistake because not only did I call this the wrong thing, but earlier I said about Front Mission 3 being on the DS. But no, this was the game that was originally on the DS, wasn't it? Because the other one was on Front Mission was actually on the PlayStations. But yeah, this was the one that was on originally on DS, wasn't it? I think, and they just kind of revamped it, or it's a new edition of what was on the DS.
Yeah, I think it's a new edition. I don't think it's a remake or remaster or anything like that. But yeah, this is another sort of management life sim. You're a little Tamagotchi in this town, and your town is trying to bid to host Tamagotchi Fest. So you've got to do various things to make the town look nice and improve the shops and the way they run to help improve your bid for the festival, so you actually get it. And I think the game, it's got 100 odd Tamagotchi characters in there. Lots of different types of shops you can run, like dentists, tea parlors, stuff like that. So there's a fair amount of stuff to do. I think it's even got some. You can do some sort of integration with Tamagotchi Uni devices. I don't know what they are, but it just mentioned that in the blurb I was looking at earlier. So I guess there are still the little Tamagotchi devices around, and you can do something with a particular one in this game if you really want to. I can't say I would. This is one of those games where the trailer starts and it just immediately bores me. I struggled to get through a review of it because I just looked at it. Totally not my thing. Bored instantly. But I guess if you're a really big fan of the old style Tamagotchis, or you got young kids, they'll probably get something out of this. But definitely not for me. Again, needs more guns and violence. Clearly not enough of it.
Yeah. If Jenny was still here, she'd be saying needs more guns and violence. I don't know if Jenny's still here. I don't think she is. But yeah, we shall see. Okay, let's see what people see. I mean, as some people said, would kids know what Tamagotchis are anymore? Tamagotchis were around in the 90s.
They're just like the little cartoony characters, regardless of whether they know what the brand is. So they'll probably still get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Carrick said you just wanted to hear the click again on the Switch 2. Yes. Well, it was for Switch and Switch 2, so we did it twice. Stu says 10. Joking, 6. Ever, 5.5. Ash, 5. Evening, Jesse. Good evening. You just come in on our last game. Everything needs more guns and violence. It does, especially Tamagotchis. Wait, It doesn't have guns. 0 out of 10, says Dave Johnson. John Unicycle, 6.5. Danker, 7. Gozzo, 7. Flame, 7. Leon, 6. Manic, 7. Iquel, 6. Get your scores in chat. This is the last game of the night. Dave, what say you?
7.
Going for a 7. A lot. 7 seems to be a popular one. Kindred saying 7. Folks, your last chance. This is Tamagotchi Plaza, which came out last Friday for Switch and Switch 2, if anyone cares. And Dave's not. He's not bothered. Also, Mag, I also provide a rating. I rate OG Dave 10 out of 10 for being an absolute pleasure. So he's been nice to you this week. He's awesome.
Good on him.
Thank you, Dave. That's very nice of you to do. Thank you. I can tell you that for our last game of the night, this did get, and I feel sorry for the mods again, 7 out of 10. Kindred, congratulations. Manic, congratulations. Flame, congratulations. Gozzo, congratulations. Danker, congratulations. Did anyone else get a 7? I don't think so, apart from Dave. You got your second one right of the night, didn't you?
I did indeed.
You did well. Ben quit while he was head. He got 4 right, and then he went to bed. So he's done all right. Strange it isn't how someone can rate DS2 a 7 and someone rate this a 7. Oh, it's bad, isn't it? There you go. Shout out to chat, says Jesse. There you go. Yeah, that's just an easy way. This feels like 5 games correct for me today. Well done, Manic. Well done. Dave, how do you want your final shout out?
You can jump up from behind a chair.
Watch my knees collapse.
That's what we're waiting for.
God, and as I got off this chair because it's so warm in my legs, just went. There you go.
Lovely
I like that. Didn't work, Jesse. Be sure to follow the chat. Yeah, I mean you can do that just by reading it. Wait for the crack, and the fact that it's like bloody Velcro on my legs. Right, here goes. Oh, you bastard! Ready, Dave?
Go for it, mate.
Right. Dave!
Very nice. How are your knees?
Probably fucked. Your knees will be like.
Just put an ice pack on them, they'll be fine.
Yeah. There you go. You heard it. Oh, wait for that crack. Damn.
There you go, folks. When you can't get back up.
I know it's when you come out. That'll be the worrying thing. That will probably happen in the next 5 years. That was a loud pop. It was.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway. There you go, folks. That is our show. Again, our apologies that our wonderful guest, Jinx, couldn't be here. We wish her all the best of luck and best of love and wish Odin well. We hope that Odin gets well soon. I will pass on all the messages from chat to Jinx tomorrow. Bless her. Thank you, as always, to Dave for being here, being our co-host that knows the most. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. I'm going to have a quick look to see what games we are going to be talking about. Well, we're going to be talking about a game that has come out today and is free to play on most platforms. That is Mecha Break. There's been a lot of hype about this game. Again, a free-to-play game. So we'll be talking about that on next week's show. Thank you, Manic. Greatly appreciate it. There you go. I heard a squelch. That was a hard pop, yes. Really was the Switch noise. Then Dave will lose it with laughter. There you go. Thanks to all the mods. Thanks to Mr. Dave Johnson as well for being here. And thank you to every single one of you in chat for being here. Really appreciate it. Excited to meet everyone at Timeless, says Stu. Take care all. Thanks, Dave and Mag. Great show. Thank you so much, everyone. And we are going to raid out. Thanks to each one of you for being in chat tonight. And thanks for the fact, it's not a typical show because we didn't have a guest, but there you go. Let's see who is on. See who we can raid. Stu is coming to Timeless. Yes. I don't know why that's a thing, but there you go. Who can we raid? Who can we raid? Let's see who's on. Raided them the other week. Raided them last night. Let's just go back. I'm thinking I've just seen someone. Do you know what? I'm going to give Dave a chance here. There's two here. We can either raid one of our guests that was on the show a couple of weeks back, which is Ghostly Tuna.
What are they playing?
They are playing the Binding of Isaac Repentance, right? Or someone who's not normally on at this time of night, who was a guest at Timeless on the content creator panel with the second year we did it, which is Chloe XO, who is playing. Actually, I don't know what that game is. A game called Peak. Never heard of it.
Peak.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've heard that. It's supposed to be quite a fun little co-op sort of mountain climbing game. Go for that one. If you say that on very often, good chance to just go and see what they're doing.
Oh man, Slopes has just raided us.
Raid in, raid out.
Hello, Slopes. We've just been raided and we're just about to raid out. We've literally come to the end of our show. Thank you, mate. I hope you're well. Hope your stream went well. Slopes is another one of our wonderful guests. Raid before the raid. I'm not going to raid before. Emmy, thank you so much for that follow. I think it was Emmy. Was it? Oh, no, Wigar, thank you for the follow. My apologies. We'll have to hold on here. How was your stream? He says, no worries. Great to have you here, buddy. Slopes is one of our wonderful guests doing his amazing quiz. He was on this show just a couple of weeks ago. Dude, I am so happy that you got your channels back, because obviously he was on the show and the day after all the stuff happened with YouTube basically trying to close down his channels. I am so glad you got that sorted out. Special shout out to Slopes. If you're not following, he's guy's absolute legend, YouTube legend, and all round lovely bloke. Go follow him. Click that little heart now. Wigar, thank you so much. Wigar says he's the Amiga representative in the chat. Yes. Better restart the talk show. I'm not doing the whole show again. Emmy, thank you so much. Lovely to have you here. Everyone, thank you so much. We are going to do a raid. So who do we going to raid? Do we raid Ghostly Tuna or do we raid... in fact, Slopes was on the same panel as Chloe XO, if that tilts the balance.
Go for Chloe.
Go for Chloe. We're going to go raid Chloe because she's playing Peak.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool game.
Yeah, it does look cool. So let's go do that. And yeah, she was on the same content creator panel. Emmy says Sweden represent. Yes! As Slopes, because he was on our content creator panel back in 2023. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So that raid is going to start when the end credits are rolled. I'll put Chloe's channel in the chat just in case it doesn't roll over. Go say it to Chloe. This will be Wales represent, because she's a Welsh streamer and Twitch partner, and she's pretty awesome as well. And all that leaves for me to say is, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great evening. And we shall see you back tomorrow at 8:30 for a very special sponsored Jackbox stream. First of 2 Jackbox streams. We are giving away copies of Jackbox to give away, courtesy of surprise Jackbox, and we'll be playing Jackbox games. Come join us at 8:30. Dave and me will be back next week with Tuesday Night Gaming Chat. Annoyingly, Chloe has just left her chair, but she is playing the game, so we are going to try and raid and make this happen. But this raid might go tits up, but we shall see. Thank you so much. Take care. Good night, everyone. I'm going to press that button. Bye. Oh, actually, is that raid started? Is the raid now working? I don't see it. It's not worked, is it?
Oh, no.
It's not working. Let me try again.
Technical issues again.
Let's try it again. Now it's working. There you go. Technology is wonderful. As she turns raids off. I did wonder that, but I've pressed it and it's actually working now. So there we go. It's happening. But she's not at her seat, so she's probably going to miss this, bless her. But let's check that back in chat. I can do that whole thing again. But your stream is normally so smooth and technically proficient. Is it balls, Jesse? And on that note, thank you very much. Cheers all. Bye.